Let me paint a picture for you guys. It is 2016. There's this kid who goes to a high school with about 300 people in it. And what does he do? He gets assigned to make a muscular system informational video. And that is exactly what I did. I made this video with no research. I don't think I researched anything. I only went off of what I knew in my head and what my teacher briefly told me that I should put in the video. And this was really just a big excuse to do the first 2 minutes of this video, and I'm not going to show it in this one, but I'm going to link the video in the description if you want to see it, because yeah, it's an interesting video. But what I want to do today is correct the wrongs in this video, because I've acquired lots of knowledge. I go to a paid higher education system. Did I just fail a class? Maybe, but that's something you don't need to worry about. I have learned, and I also still have my textbooks, so I can reference those if I need to. Alright? I just want to cover the things I got wrong, and I also want to cover my favorite things. So really quickly, I'm just going to skip over this little bit, because also the music might be copyrighted. I'm not positive. We're just going to get into the beginning of the video. It starts off with, I don't know, I thought this was funny back in my day. I still kind of think it's funny. I'm going to do it right now. As you can see, I've matured a lot since I was 16. Let's begin. Hey there, students! My name is Sterling Gates.
And my name is Will Klumpenhauer.
And are you ready to learn about the muscular system?
Heck yeah!
Woo! Not much has changed. I'm still pretty much the same person. And I thought the explosion was really cool. Muscles are separated into two groups. The adduction and the abduction. Alright, so, for anyone who has taken a basic anatomy class, no, they're not split into this two groups. Muscle actions are split into many different groups. There's adduction, abduction, flexion, extension. There's also horizontal abduction and adduction. There's also internal rotation, external rotation. There's a bunch of different movements, and that's how you categorize what a muscle action does. The muscle itself is not categorized into these two groups. I don't know. The teacher told me, hey, muscles abduct and adduct. So the examples I use in this are just wrong. I'm going to talk about that in just a sec, but I want to show how much of an idiot I was. Abduction and adduction are two movements. Adduction being the movement towards the center line of the body, and abduction being a movement away from the center line of the body. That is correct. Abduction is the movement away, like you're being abducted, like some dude was like, ooh, I have candy, and then your uncle takes you in a van and drives you up to New Orleans or something. I don't know, something like that. And adduction is adding it, like you adopt a kid or a mouse or something. And I remember filming this too. We were in this quiet classroom. There was maybe a few other students in there, which made it worse, and the teacher was just sitting there watching us. And it was very awkward because both Will and I, the Will is the other dude in the video, we were trying to be really funny, and it just didn't work out very well.
An example of this action occurs all over the body, but we are going to focus specifically in the arms. When you flex the bicep or do a movement activating the bicep, this is an adduction movement. And when you do something working your tricep, is an abduction movement.
This is incorrect. The bicep is a flexor. It flexes, and it also kind of externally rotates. The tricep extends. I don't know why I didn't do any research for this. Maybe I wanted to review this video later because I hate myself, but I just... it's not correct. Now, let's apply this to a douchey exercise that most men do while grunting. Bench pressing. I was trying to imply here that this was a masturbation joke, and I don't think it really actually got across, which is unfortunate because I was like, oh, I'm gonna put a masturbation joke in a school project, but I don't know. What I am kind of proud of is how long it took me to make that bench press thing, because the tracking of that took a long time, It's not a great photoshopped image, but it moves with me and it's great.
When someone bench presses, this is an abduction because you are pushing the bar, probably with some weight on it, away from your body.
Let's talk about the bench press. Alright, we all know the bench press. If you are some, like, powerlifter watching this, you know the bench press. It is classified as a compound movement, and it is where you have different sorts of joint movement, like, throughout the lift. So, like, your elbow is extending, your, like, the shoulder joint is, I believe, adducting. I'm being small brain right now, I'm sorry, I'm, like, kind of dumb. While you're moving the bar away from your body, the joints relative are what really matters. So it's the extension and the adduction is what really matters. I also have this weird rash. I don't know if you can see it. It's been kind of forming the past couple of days. I think I might have, like, I don't know, developed eczema. You know, I'm not the smartest dude in the round. I'm critiquing myself, but if you guys know what this is, let me know. Alright, look, get a good look at it. Thank you.
Of course. Ah, yes. I was wondering what would break first. Your spirit? Oh, your body.
So, my friend Will and I got really into... I don't know when Will got into it, but I got into it because of Will. The Dark Knight trilogy with, like, Christian Bale, and the Bane character was really cool, and he'd always go, "Oh, yes, I was wondering what would work first." And I thought it was funny, and he taught me how to do it. I can use a water bottle to do it, but I don't know where that is. And I was just like, well, I think it'd be funny to put it in, especially because of the way I reacted. That's not wrong. I still think it's funny. And I quote that on the daily, especially with all the quarantine business going on.
There are some 300 muscles in the human body, depending on how you count them.
I think there's 500 plus. I don't know the exact number, but there's a lot. I was just trying to, like, think about it, and I was just like, well, your forearms have a lot of muscles, which they do, and there's also, like, little muscles, like, I didn't even think about. Like, I didn't know your ear had muscles when I filmed this video. Yeah. You know what the masseter muscle is, buddy? I bet you don't. Give you a big hint on that one.
But there are 12 major muscles that us ignorant swines know about.
This is not correct. There are, at least the way I learned it, we branched it off into separate categories. So, like, the superior limb was its own class, the inferior limb, not that this is not inferior limb, like the like axial myology inferior limb. Shout out to Justin Hill. You both ruined and made my semester. And there's, like, face muscles and stuff like that. But it's not just, like, separated in the way I say it. And that's a big mistake on my part. If anyone from an academic community watches this video, I feel like they are going to cringe as much as I do about the scientific fact. But I hope they take pleasure in the fact that I added a little Bane clip, because ask for the devil and he shall appear. Of course.
There are also muscles in your face, remember that. But these are the most common muscles people know about.
There's a lot of muscles in your face. If you've taken an anatomy class, you know there's, like, boom, 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 boom. That's not accurate, but there's a lot. Zygomaticus minor muscle? What the f***? I'm gonna edit that out.
Now let's test how well you remembered it.
So a part of the project, I believe, well, if you watch this video, let me know. I don't remember. I'm kind of... was to, like, make sure the audience knew that, or, like, learned something about the information. So we were just gonna, like, test them, and I wanted to do, like, a Jeopardy-style theme. This part of the video spawned something that I found at, like, 2 a.m. that I refer to this day sometimes. Let's play it, shall we?
How many muscles are in the body?
I should be clear that all of our answers are wrong, and I'm going to answer them myself, okay?
job! Good job!
Another
When
explosion.
you do a muscle, or when you do a workout that activates your biceps, what is this called?
It's called flexion, you dumb little.
That's correct. It's adduction.
Ding, 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 ding.
This is it. This clip I'm about to show you is the video that I found at 2 a.m. I wanted like the buzzer noise, like the ding ding ding. And I found this. If anyone knows, I want an explanation of what this is, why it exists, and why I love it so much. You might not be able to answer that third one, but I want you to try, okay? Please, I need it.
If you are a boy and you see a pretty girl, let it go ding ding.
Okay, whatever. Congratulations! Now, with this knowledge, you're basically a master on the muscular system. Shut up, Brian. Not even close.
All right. Let's explain Brian Morgan for a sec. Brian Morgan was the physics teacher. He was an interesting dude. I don't know why he got fired from the school, I believe, or like left for some reason. I don't know the full extent of the story. What I do know is we were filming this video, and he was like, "Where's the soleus muscle?" And I was like, "What's the soleus muscle?" And he was like, "Do you even know what the gastroc muscle is?" Brian, if you watch this video now, I know the soleus muscle. I know the gastrocnemius. I know the tibial flexor muscle. That's not the right word, but I know them. They're in here somewhere. I just gotta dig them out. All right? I have not let you down. I've learned. I've acquired knowledge. I know the anterior tibialis muscle, or the tibialis anterior muscle, whatever you want to call it. But I know. I've learned. I grinded especially hard. It's not because I have a foot fetish. No, I don't have a foot. I want to make it very clear. I don't have a foot fetish. People who have a foot fetish are... But I do know a lot about, like, lower limb, like inferior limb myology, and also, like, bone structure, because I have crappy ankles. My coach knows this. My parents know this. My friends know this. My poor coworkers from Coldstone know this, because I wouldn't shut up about it. And I wanted to know. I needed the information now. And I didn't really get anywhere. My ankle still sucks. But I tried. And that's all that matters, right?
My name is Sterling Gates.
And I'm Will Klumpenauer
Thank you for joining us.
for the muscular system.
Flip the table.
And that's pretty much the video. I thought flipping the table at the very end would be funny. But then, I don't know why, Will wanted to refilm something. So we got us staring at the camera. And it's quite possibly my favorite part of the video just because it's so awkward and it like zooms into Will's face. And I think very highly of Will. He's a funny dude. You should check out his YouTube channel, Doc Mallard. It's got some funny things on it. So that's pretty much it. If you think I got anything wrong now, let me know. I'm an open-minded individual and I would like to learn. But until next time, I'm really bad at outros. Like, things just kind of flow and then it comes to the end. And I'm just kind of like... So, yeah.